Presets. We all have the free ones. You know, the ones you could just plonk onto your device with no hassle. Like, ever been in the middle of a Discord conversation and then someone just drops you all of Oxygenix's drums out of nowhere? It feels mental. But Helix presets are one thing. Now, presets on the RC-505 MKII, completely different altogether. You might have seen my last video on how to do Headshot 2 and looked at that big long line of effects and assignments and thought, feck that now. So you went into the description, ready to put on a preset link, and then you realise you actually have no clue how to put it on the Loopstation. Well, luckily, you're in the right place. All you're going to need is a printer cable, a PC, and a Loopstation. If you don't have the Loopstation,
then what are you doing here? This isn't going to benefit you in any way. Turn off.
And as a bonus, this video is going to teach you how to back up your Loopstation, which is very, very handy for when you're trying to put a song onto the loop and accidentally wipe the entire machine. Yes, let's get started. Now, for all of this torque, there's one or two things that we have to change before we get started. Now, first of all, on the Loopstation, go to Menu, Control Function, and Preferences. Now, you're going to want to make sure that everything that can be set to memory here is set to memory, because you're going to want to color code your own assignments, and it's just something handy to have on your Loopstation, regardless of whether you're putting on a preset or not. On the course, make sure the USB is connected to the computer. I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but I've made the mistake sometimes myself. Right, so once you've connected the Loopstation to the computer, with the USB, you're going to want to go to the menu, scroll one to the right, USB, and see the storage button. You're going to want to switch that bad boy on, lad, I tell you one thing. Now, your loop should say preparing and then go to connected. It's never going to say connected for some reason. Maybe the Loopstation is just a fan of adultery, who knows. If it stays on preparing, then just put the USB out and plug it back in again. Plugging in, plugging out. Great savior of humanity. Pardon me, nan, didn't work though. Now, there's going to be timestamps in the description because this is where the tutorial splits from backing up your Loopstation to putting tracks on the Loopstation. So just jump to whichever one you need. So backing up the Loopstation is going to look complicated and difficult to not. Jesus, I'll just become an accountant at first. But it's actually very simple. So once it says connecting on your Loopstation, you should see the RC-505 MKII drive appear on your computer. Slide into that, you'll see your Roland, and then you're going to click into that one again and you'll see data and wave. Data is the actual effects and assignments of your track, and wave is just the audio files. And you'll be making the audio files live anyway, so fuck them, who needs them? Nah, but in all seriousness, to back up your loop, you're going to want to copy both of these folders and put them in a safe place. Boom, easy, you can give up on becoming an accountant now. Now, here's where things get a bit fuckity do that, but you're going to have to stay with me, alright? So let's get back into the 505 drive before any of this data and wave stuff. When you get your preset, you'll notice that it comes in this format. Memory, 3 numbers, A, memory, 3 numbers, B. Now that might look like jargon to you, but I'll explain it. A is all the effects, so your track effects like the low pass filter and your input effects like the EQ. All that's grand. And then B are your assignments and your control functions, the secondary stuff. So if this is a preset that's coming from your 8-year-old cousin off in Bulgaria or something, and he's showing you this new track he made, and he's not that good, don't worry about B. This is a bit of a callback as well. Earlier on I said set your control functions to memory, and this is why. Bet you didn't do it now, Just feel a bit thick, just feel a bit goofy, Got that wrong, Jesus. But anyway, the 3 numbers at the end signify what memory it's going to go onto on your Loopstation. You're going to have 0 and then the 2 numbers of the preset. Now you might be asking, why does it have to be 3 numbers if the presets go 01 to 99? You might ask, why did they put the extra 0? I say, I don't know. I say, I'm not a tech person. I say, mind your fucking business. I dropped the phone. So to select what memory you want the track to go onto, all you have to do is rename the last 2 numbers of both files. Now, I want to throw this track, memory 54, onto memory 45. So what we're going to do is swap around those 5 and the 4. Now, you want to head over to your data folder and drag and drop these files in. Easy job. If it asks you want to replace any of the files in the Loopstation, just say yes. It's not going to do anything bad, don't worry. If anything about the MKII is going to break, it's going to be done by the MKII itself. Now when you're done, just hit the exit button and voila, you have a fresh new preset. Go ham, brother. It was easy, wasn't it? Now, I want you to go away and practice this yourselves. It's not just me feeding all this into you and you're going, oh, that was amazing, and then you do not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this trial preset of one of my own tracks, Ring Ring, and I want you to import it onto your Loopstation. If you do any covers, be sure to send them on to me. I'll give them a watch and I'll tell you what I think. So with that out the way, I hope you learned something new, and that's good for everyone in the world, innit? Take care.